George Floyd called out for his mother. Eric Garner said he couldn't breathe, brother. Tamir Rice, just a boy in the park with a toy gun. Trayvon Martin, Skittles in his pocket, never made it home. They say justice, but we still waiting. Another life gone, another mother praying. Another candle in the wind, another hashtag trend. But the pain don't end, no, the pain don't end. Say their names, say their names, say their names. Don't let silence take the blame. Say their names. They were loved, they had dreams, they were more than what it seems. Say their sleeping in her bed. Sandra Bland with questions left unsaid. A Tatiana Jefferson playing games at night. Breccia Boyd lost in flashing lights. They don't say her name the same way. Don't march as long, don't cry as loud, don't stay. But she was somebody's baby too, and her life mattered just like you.
The Middle Passage could take anywhere from 2 to 3 months. Men and women were separated. Men typically were held in the lower belly of the ship. The roof, if you would, was quite low, probably about 4 feet high. So people couldn't stand. African men were shackled together, and they were packed so closely together in a spoon-like position. And they would stay like that for pretty much the entire journey.
You're talking about hundreds of people. You're at 120 degrees. It smells terrible. There are actually people dying around you, which has to be a traumatic experience for everybody on board.
Children were ripped from mothers' arms and sold to plantations in 1860. This image from the National Archives shows children as young as 5 working in fields under an overseer's supervision, their small hands bleeding from cotton bolls, their bodies bent over rows stretching to the horizon. Look at these babies, bruh. They should be playing, learning, being children. Instead, they're working sunrise to sunset in brutal heat. The National Archives document that enslaved children were put to work as soon as they could walk, typically by age 4 or 5. By age 6, they were expected to pick cotton alongside adults with daily quotas. They were beaten if they didn't meet quotas, if they talked back, if they showed any resistance. They were denied education, denied play, denied childhood. In 1858, this photograph from the Smithsonian Archives shows a woman with a heavy metal collar locked around her neck, 3 bells attached that would ring with every movement, preventing escape and preventing rest. Look at her face, bruh. You can see raw skin where the metal has rubbed, exhaustion from lack of sleep, but also defiance. The Smithsonian documents that iron collars were common punishment for those who attempted escape or were deemed rebellious. Some collars had spikes pointing inward that would pierce the neck if the person tried to lie down, preventing sleep as additional torture. Some had bells creating constant noise. Some had horns making it impossible to move through brush. This photograph shows the sadistic cruelty of slavery. Torture devices designed not just to restrain, but to break human spirits through constant pain and sleep deprivation. These weren't just restraints. They were psychological warfare, constant reminders of powerlessness. But this woman survived wearing this device. She's looking directly at the camera with eyes that refuse complete submission. That's the strength that carried our ancestors through slavery, the refusal to be completely broken no matter what was done to them. 1859. This photograph from the Louisiana State Museum Archives shows the interior of a market where human beings were displayed in pens, examined by buyers, and sold to the highest bidder. The Louisiana State Museum documents that New Orleans was the largest slave market in the United States. Tens of thousands were sold there every year. Families were separated on these auction blocks. Children watched parents sold away. Mothers screamed as babies were ripped from their arms. This photograph shows the infrastructure of slavery, the buildings created specifically to commodify human beings. The men conducting these auctions were respected businessmen who saw nothing wrong with destroying families for profit.
Greetings. Join us on Black Holocaust Remembrance Day, Saturday, April 11th, where we will be honoring the memory of our ancestors. Performances by African drummers and a slave narrative monologue, along with the keynote address by Brother Minister Najee Muhammad. Also joining us will be special guest speaker, attorney at war, Malik Zulu Shabazz. Which path will you choose? Police killings, dehumanization, savagery, and ongoing injustices? Or self-determination, controlling your own destiny and receiving reparations? Join us Saturday, April 11th at 1 p.m. at Joe's Emporium and Cultural Center, located at 3309 Bunker Hill Road in Mount Rainier, Maryland. If you have any questions, give us a call at area code 202-455-4052, or you can go to our site at mohammedspeaksnews.com. Once again, that's 202-455-4052 and mohammedspeaks.com. Once again, we will be honoring the memory of our ancestors. Never forget the Black Holocaust.